We're here going to the Nintendo Museum in Ogura Station.
This is where the Nintendo Museum is.
This is really probably one of the best highlights of the trip for me. I think if you are planning to come to Japan, you have to come to the Nintendo Museum here in Ogura Station. It is a really cool experience. The skies are blue, especially around the summer. The clouds are really nice. It gives you that Nintendo Super Mario feel, especially if you visit the museum. I will say it is really hot during this time, so just come prepared and travel light. Once you get inside, it looks really, really fantastic. Again, coming in summer is probably the best time because you get that nice blue sky with the white clouds. It's like the perfect backdrop against this Nintendo museum.
We're inside the museum.
So first things first, you're going to want to go into the museum entrance and you want to get your card. You'll probably have got that through security already, but you want to have it ready to go up to the second floor. We couldn't show you the second floor because that is off limits for photography and filming, but it is the first place you should definitely go. And if you love Nintendo and want to know the history of Nintendo and see all the toys, you should check it out. I really loved that floor, and although I couldn't show it to you, there were a lot of great drawings too and concept art, and I get that's probably why they don't want to show it to the public on film, because there's probably some trade secrets or whatever. But it is a really great experience, and you get to see all of like the design and hardware and all of the cool ideas that Nintendo ever had. Be sure to check out the concept art section too. That was really great upstairs. And then they also have an official museum book, so try to grab it while you can. And then, yeah, come back down to the second floor, play some video games. They're 5 to 7 minutes, and check out some of the hardware. Next up, you'll definitely want to go to the shop because a lot of stuff sells out early, and so you definitely want to go and get it. Also, I think the shop tends to close early too. That's what I heard. So you'll want to go and make your purchases right then and there. So I recommend these big giant controllers. These are the highlight. And then they also have these prize boxes that are really cool too, and they all have like secret items in them. So everybody goes for the controllers, the prize boxes. There's also some notepads, some stickers. Here's my giant Nintendo 64. I wanted this one the most. So I got myself a Nintendo 64 controller. It's a cool pillow. This Wii pillow was also really awesome. I actually really wanted that too, but you can only get 2 controllers. So I ended up going with the SNES one and also the N64. I am like perfectly fine. This Virtual Boy shirt is really cool, and I really like this mug section. Virtual Boy, to me, has one of the coolest logos, up with Game Boy probably. And so if you're in the mood for a shirt, some pens, some pins, you should come and check those things out. All in all, be sure you're going home happy. Next up, we went to get something to eat because we came around 4:30, and so the museum closes around 8. And so you definitely want to get like your shopping and your eating done, especially if you're going to have an early dinner. I like this place, Hatena Burger. They have a lot of interesting stuff on the menu. Hatena means question mark in Japanese. And so, like, this is a questionable burger. You decide how you want to customize it. You can also decide on stuff that's already been preset for you if you're like, oh, I don't really know like what I want to put on my burger and I don't want to customize it. They have sukiyaki burgers. They have mushroom burgers. They have some pretty good dessert.
Now we're about to eat.
It's all in all a pretty great atmosphere. Just come and hang out, have some good food, and open your prize boxes. I think these prize boxes are really cool because they are Nintendo controllers from the 80s and also the 90s and also the 00s. So here's the Wii U controller, and it's a nice little keychain. You can put it on one of your travel bags. This was the N64 controller, and again, holds up after all this time, gives me the most nostalgia. There's the Famicom, and then here's the GameCube controller too. That one's also really cool. All in all, this is what we got. These make some great keychains, again, for your bags, for your travel accessories. These are the 1983 to 1999 boxes. This is the 2017 prize box, so make sure you get both. And then finally, we got our food after maybe 15 minutes. So it's a little bit of a wait, but not too bad. They are pretty busy, so that, again, is why you want to go to get your food early, because you don't want to be waiting till the last minute to eat this stuff. I really like the sukiyaki burger, by the way. That's my recommendation. Next up, we decided to do the Hanafuda class. You have to pay for this at the front. This is an extra option. But I decided to do this because my daughter likes art and painting. And so if you're familiar with something like Color Me Mine, it's basically kind of like the same concept. This is a quiet space where you can come and just paint. And you paint Hanafuda cards, which are basically Nintendo's old playing cards from the 1800s. And the experience is pretty authentic. It's similar to like how Nintendo used to make all of the Hanafuda cards back in the 1800s. The instructors speak Japanese, but they do offer English translations, so you can read the little translation guides if you don't know Japanese. Also, I would say, if you're here in Japan and you want to learn Japanese, this is as close as you get to like being in an actual classroom setting, so I thought that was fun. We decided to play games after we ate and we did the Hanafuda because like in order of things, you want to get all the high priority stuff done that closes early, so then you can just concentrate on playing games. When you first come to the museum, the security helps you get a player card, which has 10 coins loaded on it. So if you want to play games like what I showed you at the earlier part of this video, you can go play all those retro games. I also recommend playing these big controllers. They seem to be like the highlight of the Nintendo Museum, where you have two people play together and try to work a controller. And so sometimes it's a little hard with the timed section to get Mario to go down a hole or, finish a course. This super scope section and the zapper were a little bit more fun. You just score a lot of points and you see a lot of visuals on screen. So if you're someone who just likes to score a lot, this is going to be a good section for you. I actually kind of feel like, among other things, the super scope and the zapper and the big controller are definitely the highlights of the Nintendo Museum. Yeah, I liked playing some of the video games as well from the past. 5 to 7 minutes, though, is just not enough for me. I actually need a lot of time, especially given it's been so long. If you're looking for stuff to do while you're waiting to get into the Nintendo Museum, Fuji has a lot of good matcha places. We went to T-Square Morihan, which was a really good place. They had this matcha cake, which I really enjoyed. They also had this parfait, which is really cool to look at. And then I also recommend going to Book Off if you want to pick up any manga or any retro consoles or video games or Pokemon cards, One Piece cards, even just memorabilia from the past. It'll add to your Nintendo Museum experience overall.
It was a lot of fun. Had a great time.
If you're interested in my shopping experiences in Japan, I'll be putting more on my channel, so stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe. If I missed anything or if you have questions still, be sure to leave them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.